Oh, my good friend. You are here to visit Rabbi of Elohim, the greatest Kabbalah of Eng Zohar, of present generation Kabbalah and the future generation, because you have seen this Torah title and you want Rabbi of Elohim to give you the rightful interpretation to this title of Torah. So what Torah title do we have? Torah interpretation of Tehilim. Tehilim is Hebrew language. Translated of Tehilim to English, it becomes Psalm 63, verse 12. You see? And we have the second title of Torah that says Beresheet. Beresheet is Hebrew language. Translated of Beresheet to English, it becomes Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. So you want the title Torah interpretation. Good. You see the man sitting on a chair is a king. The king of Makut. Makut is Hebrew language. Translated of Makut to English, it becomes the present world that we are living. But this king, who is Makut, shall rejoice in Elohim, which is Tehilim. Tehilim is Hebrew language. Translated of Tehilim to English, it becomes Psalm 63, verse 12. The upper Elohim, who is Bina. Bina is Hebrew language. Translated of Bina to English, it becomes Sevi Shamba, that include themselves together from the 10 Sephiroths. By embracing him below his head and draw in closer in joy, so that they can become one. But the king shall rejoice in Elohim by the gladness of the light that he brought forth. And this caused gladness because he, namely Makut, came forth through a hidden and a concealed part and introduced him in him, namely Bina. Two parts that are one. So was the word, namely Makut, firmly established with old Moshe in its existence. Rabbi of Elohim, the greatest Kabbalah of Eng Zohar, look into this teaching of Hashem Elohim of Eng Zohar and concluded by saying, but the king shall rejoice in Elohim, meaning that lower world shall rejoice in the concealed upper world. That word which give life to all and which is called life of the king, namely the Moshe of Shushuma. Moshe is Hebrew language. Translated of Moshe to English, it becomes spiritual high level of knowledge. Shushuma is Hebrew language. Translated of Shushuma to English, it becomes wisdom. This is the mayor of the house. This house build the house of the world, referring to the male and the female. And build the world as the Moshe are completed, are fully required. This is the meaning of in the beginning. Bracket open, Hebrew of beginning, become Beresheet, bracket close. Elohim created, which is Beresheet. Beresheet is Hebrew language. Translated of Beresheet to English, it becomes Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. Where Beresheet is composed of Bet, Reshit. Reshit, bracket open, English, beginning, bracket close, is Shushuma, allude to the time when Makut gathered all the Moshe into herself and become the great sea in order to absorb all the Moshe. May the peace of Shabbat Shalom be with each and every one of you as you have listened to the teaching of Hashem Elohim of Eng Zohar today. My name remains the same Rabbi of Elohim, the greatest Kabbalah of Eng Zohar of this present generation and the Kabbalah of the future generation. May the peace of Shabbat Shalom be with each and every one of you. Shabbat Shalom.